On January 3rd, 2021, we flew from Istanbul, Turkey to Hurghada, Egypt. This is our experience.
So it's early, well, early for us. It's the first time we've seen the sunrise like this on the buildings. Anyways, yeah, we're heading off on a brand new adventure today. These roads are usually jam-packed with vehicles. This is like one of the main thoroughfares over on the Asian side, so it gives you an idea of the lockdown measures that are happening right now in Turkey.
Egypt requires a PCR test upon entry, and so we got this at the Istanbul Airport.
Uh-oh, he's coming out. All those girls did it in front of you and didn't say a word, and you make a big scene.
And gone are the days that you check in with an agent. This is an automatic check-in station with an actual scale where you can even weigh your luggage to make sure it weighs the right amount. And then you just simply throw it on the belt and the machine scans it to make sure that it's the right bag to go along with your ticket, and away you go.
Yay, leaving Turkey. Woo! Brand new adventure. Social distance from the next person in line, but not the people that are going that way.
Hey.
Hello from Egypt.
Yeah.
We
From
made
Hurghada.
it. Oh my goodness. We're super happy to be here. It's we're sort of, I don't know. Today was a bit of a write-off. We honestly didn't get to our hotel room till 4:30 in the morning. Checked out of our hotel yesterday at 12. Well, we left at about 12:30 probably.
Yeah.
And our flight wasn't until 11:30 last night, but we had to get a PCR test at the airport.
And Jill got a really awesome video of me getting mine done, my PCR. Oh, wow.
We'll probably put that into this because it's quite entertaining.
Oh, yes. Very entertaining.
All the women in line before him didn't say a word. I didn't say a word, and then he acted like a big baby.
I sure did. Yes.
Anyway, so we had to get that done, and we were told that the results of those could take up to 7 hours to get. So we thought, well, you know, we'll just go. We had nowhere to go anyways. We had to check out of our hotel.
The day was just
So we just
whatever.
went straight to the airport at 12:30, and then we got our test done. And the sign actually said 2.5 hours, and then the ladies told us 4 hours. So but whatever, we were there. So we got that done, went back, got the results. Yay, they were negative, so that's good.
Obviously, because we made it here with no problems.
Yeah. So then we just sort of hung out and had food, and finally got on our flight at 11:30. And that was all smooth. Everybody had masks on the plane. You had to wear masks in the airport and on the plane and everything. And actually, the Istanbul airport was busy. I would say, I mean, in comparison to how we've seen it before, it wasn't as busy, but I would say it was probably at like 1/3 capacity, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't super busy.
Yeah.
There's definitely people traveling, people around. Our plane was like, I would say 75 to 80% full.
Probably about that, yeah.
And it was weird because like our row, we had 3 people. Our row was full. But then the whole row in front of us was empty. So we're not sure what that's about. We kind of thought they would have spaced us out better. But anyway, so then we had to fill out a declaration form on the plane that we didn't have COVID. We hadn't been in touch with anyone with COVID. And we had to say where we were staying. We had to say where we had left from. And when we got our PCR test at the airport in Istanbul, they asked us what hotel we had been staying in. So I guess that's for tracing, contact tracing.
Yeah, I would think so.
And they cost $40 each.
Yes, it was 25 euros. So yeah.
Yeah, it was about $40 each. Yeah. for the tests. And then so we were on the plane and we land, and the announcement says. First of all, it says like only, one row gets up and leaves the plane at a time, and you're not supposed to get out of your seat until the row in front of you has left. But of course, nobody listens to that. Everybody crowds out into the aisleway, and there's this one guy. Chris was trying to get something out of the overhead bin or our luggage, and this guy just was like pushing and shoving his way down the aisle and being a real jerk. And we were just like, oh yeah, welcome back to the world of no lineups and,
pushing and shoving.
Pushing and shoving, yeah. And so we get to the front of the plane, and you have to show your PCR test results and your form, the declaration form.
Yes.
Before you get out. There's 2 men that are checking forms before you can get off the plane. Well, guess what? Our buddy who pushed and shoved didn't get a PCR test. And there was a handful of people, because we noticed when we got on the plane, like they were asking for our PCR test results when we were boarding, and there was a few people who didn't have them. They let them on anyway, and I was just like, oh my god,
okay, well, great.
That sucks. Like, I can't believe they're letting them on. And I said, but maybe they're Egyptian citizens and they can get away with it. But then when we landed, they said, anyone who hasn't had a PCR test, please remain in your seats. So our friend who pushed and shoved all the way had to stay in a seat, and he was like slamming his like suitcase down, and he was
having a tantrum.
Yeah, he had a total tantrum. We laughed and we thought it was great. Anyway, we showed all of our stuff and got off the plane and went to customs, and not a hassle at all. They just stamped us and we got right through, no problems.
Yeah.
And then we found a taxi. Of course, the taxis tried to rip us off $25, but we already knew it was supposed to cost $6 to $7, so we had to negotiate for quite a while to get that price into a normal range. I think we ended up paying $8 at the end of it all.
Yeah.
And we finally got out and got to our hotel at 3:30. I think it was about 4:30 Turkey time.
Something like that. Yeah.
So we left our hotel at around noon. We got here at 4:30. So it was a long day.
Oh yes, we were up at 9 and back in bed at 4. So that was a long ass day.
20-hour day almost. So yeah. But anyways, here we are. We're in Egypt.
Yeah.
And just wanted to let you all know that we're here. We made it, and we look forward to seeing what waits for us here in Egypt. We have a 30-day visa. We're going to try to extend it. Probably.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens, because we just don't even know where we'll go from here, because it's everything's just so uncertain and unpredictable, because borders are closed and shit's happening. So but we're happy to be in some warm weather. So and we're watching a beautiful sunset. So we're gonna flip the camera around and show you that. And thanks for following along, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.